Alright, 今日は何曜日? It's Mokumoku Today's October 27, 2022, MedakaMetal style. Pacific California, 12 miles south of San Francisco, California. The temperature is 48 low and 67 at the hottest peak, and it's getting there. It's getting there. So for the Japanese listeners or the European listeners in centigrade, it's 8.8 Celsius cold and then 19 degrees Celsius warm. Real quick one. Just got home. Routine. I was going over this, and what happened yesterday was the battery just died on me, so I'll just try to pick up from that. Try to keep it short. It's pretty bright. The sun is out. First thing you do when you get back, it's got to pop open that. You know what the best beer of the day is? It's not the first sip. It's just the second before you open it. That's the best beer of the day. So real quick, kanpai chin chin chayo oppai. Wait, can you believe this? This album. Where did I purchase it? Recycle Records, $15. That was back in 1991, I think. When I moved to San Francisco. This is what I'm listening to right now in the background. Yesterday, I put the audio too high and I got like a strike from YouTube about like copyright. So I turned the volume down so I could hear a little bit of it. And I'm sure it's good that the YouTube stream is not catching it. So take a real quick sip again. All right, so yesterday when the battery died, I was talking about these nets, right? So these nets I get from Daiso, $1.75. It doesn't matter if the size is small. They have a small and a large, and I actually have another one, extra one. This is what it looks like when you go to Daiso. Daiso is available in the US. Yeah. So the mesh is pretty rough, right? So I just use this when I'm siphoning out the water from these tubs, when I'm changing some of the water, and I make sure that the run through is this, so if I do accidentally pick up any small fry or whatever, they'll get caught here, or the eggs during the summer. What I do use for other purposes, we're talking about like observing your fish, right? Observing your Medaka. Just kind of making sure that they're doing okay, they're doing healthy. From the top, you can see that they're swimming. I don't know if you could see, but again, you want to see them from the side to see how their fins are and how their body conformation is. Oh yeah. All right, so these are from AquariumCoOp, United States of America. The mesh is really soft, but as you can see, right, it's pretty big. This is smaller, the holes. So I can't use these when I'm siphoning, but I figured like if they're really soft, they will be gentle with the Medakas. Because remember, every single time you net them, you are scraping their scales in a way, right? And they're tiny and they're pretty sensitive. They are sensitive, so you want to try not to do that. And that's why I was saying, like, for me, when I'm trying to see how they are, I just scoop them like this. And from here, this is green water right here. This is like nice green tea. From here, I'll put them in a clear container and I'll observe them instead of using a net. So why do I like this one, the large one? The small one, I basically don't use. This one right here, I don't know. I don't know the last time I used that one. But this large one right here, with all their nets too, right? It's box shaped, right? Like this. Even these smaller, the medium and the smaller ones, they're box shaped compared to these guys where they're cone shaped. So why this is good is that it's almost like if you want to sample, you do this. That's all you have to do. And now you have these guys combined. And from here, let's see, what is the easiest way? Let me go grab. Grab this. You could use this or you could use your hand. Again, I'm not using the net to scoop them, right? So you could observe these guys. These are Miyukis, by the way. You kind of get a glance to see how they're doing. Let me just get a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. So from the top, trying to get the glare out of the way, you kind of see, you're able to observe them better. And then if you're curious about certain ones, let me zoom out real quick. What I do is I'll pick up a little water from here, all right? Nice green water. It's not going to be easy to examine them, but oh well. Oh, what about this guy right here? All right, so I have two in here. Let me just add a little bit more water. All right, and then release a little bit. Put it here. Is it easier here or there? Put it here. Look at that. The water is pretty green, so it's hard to observe. But I saw a little daruma. All right, let me just try to isolate the daruma. Oh, there it is. Can you see that? Daruma-san. Daruma is missing like a couple of vertebrae, so they're like that. They look like that. You see that young sucker? Check out the conformation of the fin. Make sure they're not closed. They call it a hidetoji. We, as in you and I, was talking about that yesterday, but when the fins close up, there's something wrong with them, right? So from the top, is this going to focus? The one on the right-hand side is a short daruma, right? This boy right here. I did upload like a video like a couple months ago about darumas and what makes them a daruma. There's han darumas and full darumas. This one's a full daruma. Again, it's hard to see because it's missing the number of vertebrae. So they're like the shorties, right? So this is how I utilize this net. Let me put them back. zoom out real quick. All right. This net is great for doing that. And again, it's because the mesh is really soft. Obviously, you can't use it for smaller harikos or smaller chiyos because the holes are too big, but it's soft. And most important, it's pretty much a square. So you could kind of utilize it as a smaller, I don't know, confinement tank when you want to observe your medakas. Real quick sip. All right, let's keep it short today. This is basically after the after my phone died yesterday. This is the only thing I was thinking about talking about yesterday. So, let me just check on one of the adult tubs. Let me just scoop some. Let me just scoop this up real quick. So not only the chiyo, the yo-yos, the younger guys, right, the smaller guys. These are the younger. So this one I just scooped up right now. It's probably too hard to see. This is an adult. Let me see. All right, green water again, so it's not super clear. Is it going to focus for me? So this is a tricolor. This one has the red on the head, and the body is pretty white, and then you have some sumi. Sumi is the black, right? Proportionally, where the black sumi is, and the lighter part of the sumi, if this guy makes it through winter, which this guy should, over an inch at this point, the black should get really dark, right? So you have it's not the black blending with the white, but you'll see the black sumi being really distinctive. So you have the black sumi, you have the white, and then you have the red head. There's a little bit lame on this guy. This guy's supposed to be a sanshoku lame, but I'm getting sick of the lames. Lame is a trend. It's new to the US. The sapphire really got popular in Japan this year, but at the same time, I think a lot of people are kind of getting sick of the lame. So here, is this focusing? Hopefully it is. This guy is healthy. All right. Let me put this guy back. Okay. So again, keeping it short. It's 14 minutes already. Keeping it short. I was thinking like 10 minutes, but we'll do it again next time. Thank you for tuning in. This is MedakaMetal. Remember, the best beer of the day is the beer that you're about to pop open before you taste that first sip. All right, so if you have any questions, leave a comment on YouTube, but I'm mostly on MedakaMetal on Instagram, so just hit me up on DM and stuff like that. I've been starting to do Instagram Live. I think I did 3 so far, because I don't save the Instagram Live recording or anything. It's more free form. So if yeah, I kind of talk my mind without having to worry about, okay, am I going to save this or if I'm not? Because there's a lot of things that I don't know, and I'll probably say the wrong thing or whatnot, but it's all about the learning process, right? So hopefully this is somewhat information. There's a lot out there, but just take a real quick sip again. But definitely this one, the large size, this one's good. This one's awesome. Get the large or the small from Daiso. It's $1.75. Large, small, and you could use them for siphoning. This is, I think, $9.99 or something like that. All right, so we'll do it again next time. We'll talk about containers, prepping your Medaka for the winter. Right now it's kind of like pre-winter, right? In California it's pre-winter, but it's really good to, I think it's good to be prepared. Simple is best. I've done a lot of things in the past, and I think I've overdid everything. The more I learned, I started playing with the water, and I think, again, simple is best, not really doing anything. So, okay, we'll do it again next time. Kanpai Chinchin, Chayo. Oh yeah, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. Stayed.